guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber Frost from Kyuujin, and today we're back with 2-4 Fates They're Not Unlimited Blade Works, Season 2, Episode 7.
Yes, last episode, Shirou faced Archer. For a sec, it wasn't a big fight. Saber also tried to protect Shirou, but without a master, she couldn't handle the whole thing. So Rin teamed up with Saber. Saber is currently Rin's,
Yeah, they team up.
I don't know. Rin is currently Saber's master, and Archer is saying, like, without a master, he could probably manage for 2 days. So he kidnapped Rin, and he said, "Yeah, I'm giving you 1 day to just get your strength back, and then meet me. And if you don't meet me, I'm getting rid of Rin." I don't think he's gonna do it. Gilgamesh met up with him, and he's saying that he's a faker, right? I believe that's true. I think he's pretending.
It's all a mask.
Yeah.
It's all pretense.
In any case, everything is gonna happen there. Shirou and Saber are going. Shirou's gonna face his future self to save Rin and just shake some sense into Archer. Gilgamesh and Shinji are interested in Rin, so after this whole thing, it's basically a hunting season, right? They can do whatever. So we're gonna be waiting for that, and we'll be careful about that. He's currently looking at victims from the temple being taken to the hospital. He's got a smirk on too, so maybe he's planning something. We'll see. But this is where we are. So let's jump in this episode and see how the whole thing goes. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of these episodes, and check out our Patreon for the full-length reactions.
Alright, guys, let's go.
Where is this?
I don't know where it is, but it's a fight against Shirou versus Archer.
No, that's when he became... Wait, he was so young. He was so fucking young. I thought he was a bit older. That's soon. Could this be like the end of the show?
I don't recall.
Like, what if... Okay, though, Shirou, what if he sacrifices himself knowing what's gonna happen?
He's gonna become a guardian?
This is another possibility. Like, what if... Like, Archer is trying to stop it and stuff, and Shirou is just like, no, you know what? You're telling me this is what I'm gonna become. I'm telling you my resolve is strong enough. I'm still choosing to become a guardian.
Oh.
Oh, that'd be sad. Okay, we need to talk.
Let's end this like how it begins.
Together.
ペンダントが2つあるはずがない。もともと
そうだ。救われたお前が生涯持ち続けたもの、遠坂凛の父の形見だ。何の縁もないと思い込んだ。偶然に呼び出される英霊はいない。必ず縁が必要となる。
触媒を持っていなかったというのなら、
英霊自身が触媒を持っていた。
記録する座に時間の観念はない。英霊も未来の英霊も等しく扱われる。
Everything is a paradox. Because without the existence of one, the other can't exist.
遠坂はどうした？
マトを信じにくれてやった。
嬢ちゃんなら俺に任せろ。
You're gonna face Gilgamesh?
あのお嬢ちゃんを死なせないために協力したわけだ。他居心地よくてな。俺にとっちゃ珍しい。
Okay.
最後まで面倒見させろ。綺麗さっぱり敵同士だ。
We can respect that. If you don't die facing Gilgamesh.
ここに残ります。
本気か？マスターはお嬢ちゃんだろう。
Yeah, but she has pledged her shield and sword to
こ
Shirou.
の戦いを見守らなければ。
She promised
Not to interfere, but to
be there. Observe.
witness.
か。それはありがたい。セイバーに邪魔をされるようでは、凛と契約を切った意味がない。
The fact that Shirou is in the light and Archer's in the darkness.
あなたとシロウの戦いの邪魔はしない。答えてほしい。シロウを殺そうというのです。
俺もそいつを認め
But what if he accepts you?
そんなはずはない。
Give him a hug.
英雄としての姿があなたのはずだ。なぜ自分を否定するのです。
自らの光だけで英雄になったものじゃない。守護者に過ぎないからな。
Hey, bitch. Oh, I hate him.
何その目つき読めてないね遠坂は立場を理解できないのかな
そっちの方だと思うけど
強がりはよせよ
何を言っても無駄みたいね
He is crazy.
やっと理解したわけいいよね
Hurry, Lancer. Kick him in the balls.
ありそうで実に
Yeah, deserved. Bitch.
ああ悪いなガキ手が出ちゃ
Oh, sorry. Thank you.
う。いや
Yo, he's so cool.
枷を切ってやる。 広間へ行ってバカ
There he is.
喧嘩を止めるなり帰るなり自由だ。
ラスタ後ろ
It's Kirei.
そこまでだランサー。協力しろとは言ったが
He's the master.
言わなかったぞ、
Once a bitch, always a bitch.
The mastermind behind it all.
人間を守るものと聞きます。同じ英霊ではないですか。
守るものじゃない。掃除屋だ。
That's how you saw it after.
俺は確かに英雄になった。男が望んでいたように味方になったんだ。俺はその事実が間違いだと知っている。
Because it led to more misery.
何の価値もないことをな。わかるだろセイバー。過去の選定をやり直したいと願っている君なら。
Is the truth about her coming now?
聞いていなかったのか。
No, because he respected our privacy.
俺が教えてやろう。
Hey,
彼女は
アーチャー、
it's for her to say.
万能の願望機を持ってなかったことにしたかった。
To pick up the frickin' sword? And in Zero, she wanted to save her country.
私の過ち。
Maybe by becoming King Arthur, it created war.
倒れるわけにはいかなかった。この手に聖杯が欲しい。理想に届かなかった。なるべきではなかったのです。ですがあなたは違う。正しく叶えた姿ではないですか。
But the realized ideal is not what it's meant to be.
理想通りの正義の味方とやらにな。だがその果てに得たものは抑止力と契約し、守護者となった俺は超の抑止力として崩す者と戦ったままに殺して殺して殺し尽くした。
He killed his soul, man. He killed his humanity.
どうでもよくなるくらい殺して数千倍の人々を救ったよ。
Just like Kiritsugu.
Yep.
何度でも戦った。何度も何度も何度もだ。
But if Kiritsugu could find happiness, you can
終わる
too.
ことなどなかった。
He truly became like him.
ってものを夢見ていたわけじゃない。自分が知り得る限りの世界ではそこでようやく悟ったよ。都合のいい理想論だったのだと。人間を救うことはできない。少量の人間を
That's what we discussed last episode.
席からこぼれる人間を切り落とした。
Oh
英
shit.
雄と正義の味方の取るべき行動だ。人間を救うというのが正義の味方だろう。ようにと願ったまま
He
大
killed.
勢のために死んでもらった。口にしてそのおかげで絶望を抱かせた。
He just recreated the situation that traumatized him in the beginning. Shit.
今のうちに死んだ方が世のためだと思わないか。
So he wants to kill Shirou to stop him from killing all those people eventually. So it's not even about himself. Even as Archer, he's
Still thinks
fucking
about the
selfless.
people.
Fuck.
自害しろ。
俺のマスターは表に出てこ
Oh, bitch, just die.
心情などない。命令違反だぞランサー。命じたはずだが。
あれはほっといても自滅する。
Starting like
お
that.
前
You...
の差し金か。
とぎきが悪いな。協力関係だ。共に認め合った仲だが。
He is a mastermind.
くたばるわけないと思ったけど懐柔してどうしようっていうのよ。
It's Gilgamesh.
チクムガイと取るか。お前は遠坂凛らしい。
Your father was the same before I stabbed him.
惜しむこともないのだが。
待てよ琴峰、救いたいって話。あれは嘘だったのか。
He manipulated you.
That's what he does. Just lies and lies and
大
lies.
切な駒だ。続けたのだからリタイアされてはつまらん。彼女の警護を任せたのだ。
He still wants to. He wants to use her, so he needed to make sure she'd survive till
する
then.
なんて反則もいいところじゃない。
落ち着いているな、リンってはいたのか。
当然でしょ。まさか初めから騙されてるとは思わなかったわ。
He's been planning this for years.
初めから
You don't even know what beginning is.
を指しているのかと思う。
You killed your own father.
Is he gonna say it? I killed Mufasa.
戦争が始まってからか。初めてとは聖杯戦争を言っている。
Yeah. Yeah. Long live the king. Yeah.
だったんだ。
And your mom, in a way.
たやすかった。
No flashbacks. See, I am actually happy that we didn't know he was gonna kill him when we watched Zero. There's good and bad
ノリ
from
スに
watching
裏切られ
in that
道を
order.
見失っただけではないのですか。そうでなければ罪を償おうなどとは思わない。
自分の罪を償う。 俺は何度も裏切られために命を捨てる男なんぞ理解されるはずもない。最後には人だと押し付けられて公主代だ。
So that's the flashback.
あなたの最後は
その時点で償っているだろう。欲しかったわけじゃない。誰もが幸福だという結果が欲しい。
And they fucking kill them.
叶えられたことはない。死後も守護者というものが統治であることは知っていた。己が存在を守護者に預けた者は人類史を守る道具になるのだと。窮地にある誰かを救えるのならそれでいいと思った。実際は違う。
今よいクソシップあんたみたいなのは願い
Everything is breaking.
だってどこであるんでたらい回しよ
He doesn't care, girl. He doesn't give a shit. He loves this.
僕がもらったんだって知ってるだろ。
Dude, he'll kill you.
Can't you not read the room right now?
聖杯になってもらわなければなら
They said she was a good vessel. I thought you needed to be a homunculus for that.
済ませてしまおう。そのゴミを始末しろ。心臓はいらん。
守護者は人など救わない。霊長の世に害を与えるであろう人々を処理する殺戮者。頃の俺と何が違う。
多くの人間を救うそれを叶えることがなかったというのですか。
そうだ。この手で削ぎ落としてきた。
He's been used by those in power.
くだらない理想の果てにな。始末など真っ平だ。それを永遠に繰り返す。元より無。消えられるとしたら
人間を殺してしまえばあなたは考えるのですか。
ただその時だけを希望にして。
それは無駄です。守護者として存在している外れているのです。
Like he'd still remain.
あなた自身は消えはしない。
そうだな。
But he'll stop Shirou from being
関係のない
this.
話ではあるまい。期待だけではなく、
Oh.
精神を含めるのなら正義の味方などという間違いは現れまい。
Now what do you have to
やら
say?
れないというのなら自害して果てるがいい。
Like if you reject me, technically you reject yourself. So
シロ
he's gonna surprise us.
Knowing Shirou is gonna say, "Come here, buddy. Let's
hug
me
it
give
out."
you a hug, please."
お断りだ。せたかったら
He hates
その程度にも
betrayals.
使うんだな。
仕方あるまい。
Yeah, of course. Just like in Zero.
では令状を持ってめ
エミヤ君先にリタイアする。
No, no, no,
自
come
害
on.
しろ。ラ
Whoa!
ンサー。
Really? Just like previous Lancer? Fuck!
I think the Lancer position is cursed.
Yes! Fuck! Why? Because he refused to listen to you? Bitch! It sucks to be Lancer!
お前後悔してるのか。
無論だ。
俺たちは別人だ。俺はどんなことになったって後悔だけはしない。お前のことも認めない。俺の理想だって言うんなら俺自身の手で叩き出す。
Change fate.
そもそもの元凶だ。俺に追いつく時が来る。
We can take the chance.
そんなもの絶対に来るもんか。
確かに来ないな。どうあれ貴様に未来はない。
いいんだセイバー、ありがとう。でもどうか下がっていてほしい。
Let's go, man. Surprise me.
俺がするべき戦いだ。
It goes against everything time travel taught me in movies and shows, but like it's not because you know where you're gonna end up that you can avoid it, right? But he's saying it will, so
俺の牽制についてこられるか。それがお前の死に際だ。
it's a battle of ideals. Oh shit! No! 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 Oh,
Next
shit.
episode.
I was looking at the timing, and I'm like, oh no, we're reaching the end.
Oh man.
Okay, so fucking
It does
Lancer.
really sucks to be Lancer and every single Fate Stay Night.
In both, kill yourself. Are you kidding me? I'm guessing it's because he refused a direct order or something.
They are too honorable, that's why.
Yeah, well, he was a fucking great guy, and despite everything, and honestly, I'm sad to see him go, and it fucking sucks. At least it seemed to have been quick. Like, we didn't have the speech from the other Lancer when he was saying like, oh yeah, like you betrayed me and all of that. Like this speech broke my heart in Zero, so at least we're free from that. But and he stood up to his master to save Rin. Although now she's alone with Kirei and Shinji, and Gilgamesh is supposedly around, so it's not better. Explain to me, you guys, unless we see it later on, how come she can be a vessel for the Grail? I assumed it was supposed to be an homunculus, right? Like that's their whole reason for
Purpose?
existing. So why and how is she qualified for this? And I mean, did Kirei do something to make her qualified? Because I mean, I know he trained her and he made her. He wanted her to be a part of the war, but then that also clashes with my idea of what a vessel for the Grail could be. Because I didn't think you could be a vessel for the Grail if you were in the war. That's also why I was surprised that Ilia was a master. So this is confusing me a little bit. But the whole revelation of you have been, in charge and manipulating things from the beginning. What does beginning mean to you?
Like
Beginning of this war?
or the one before that one?
It needed to come to, to light. I know some people will probably argue that the reveal would have been better if we hadn't seen Zero. But then in Zero, the reveal that he kills her father would have been,
We would have expected that, oh my god, he's gonna do it just right then. We would have recognized the setup and the scene, I guess.
Well, we would have expected Kirei to kill her father. So it wouldn't have been a surprise. So there's no good or bad way to watch this show, I think, or this series, this universe.
What we get right now is we are waiting for him to learn the truth about what happened to her father back then.
I wanted to watch Zero first because it happened chronologically first. So if we had seen Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works first, we would know how everything in Zero would end. Because we would have seen like the flashbacks and the epilogue and stuff. So the way to me, in order to be spoiled the least, spoiled the least, we needed to start with Zero. So we knew he had killed her father. We were expecting the revelation. Doesn't take away my emotions at her reaction to it and how angry she is. She deserves to be angry. He doesn't give a shit. He loves people suffering around him. He wants to cause pain.
True.
So I think that's part of the reason why he might have taught her and he took care of her. Because like, what better way to twist the knife than you, who killed her father, to take care of her and then reveal it to her?
Your own mentor is the one who killed your own father.
And apparently,
who used to be his own mentor.
Yeah.
So it's full circle.
And now he wants to use her as the Grail, and he knows her. He knows her magic. He knows everything about her because he trained her, and he's been manipulating everything. Apparently, he also killed the first master for Lancer because it used to be a woman. So I don't know what happened there. I don't know if we're gonna get a flashback, but yeah, he's been manipulating, and more than that, he's also been planning stuff with Gilgamesh. So Kirei it was Kirei all along. Yeah, he's been planning, and we're gonna get to see this unfold. I'll wait and see what happens with Ilia's heart and supposedly Rin's body. Hopefully he doesn't get to use her body, but I don't know who's gonna show up and save her in that moment. There's no one left. Although he could, I don't know, he did ask Lancer, and since he didn't kill her, he killed Lancer. So now, are you gonna wait? Are you gonna do it yourself? Like, we'll see. But that son of a bitch, Kirei.
Now, Archer and Shirou.
So there's two things that came out to me this episode. The first one being that, like we said before, he wanted to potentially save himself, right? He wanted to stop himself from becoming this and realizing that his ideal led to nothing but suffering, and just, he ended up being a guy who would kill, just like Kiritsugu, right? You kill people.
You kill the few to save the many, but you still kill the few at the end.
If you remember in Zero, the metaphor, or at least the way they portrayed that, if you have a boat and you take the many and you leave the few on the boat and you sink that boat, but then we ask you the same question again, like, now who do you save from the many? You take the many from that group and you leave the few, you kill those. Eventually you'll have no one left. You'll end up killing everyone you'll try to save everyone, but by trying to save everyone, you'll kill everyone. So that's what Kiritsugu realized in Zero, and that destroyed him. And in the end, he basically chose his family, right? He chose, fuck that, fuck the world, it's gonna lead to destruction and everything. So he rejected the Grail, and he found happiness in saving one person. He saved Shirou, and that was enough for him. So after that, he made his peace, and he tried to live the rest of his days calmly. Shirou is learning about Archer, and I'm thinking now he's saying he's going to reject this ideal since it led, basically his ideal led to Archer, and he rejects Archer, so that means he's going to reject this ideal.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him.
I did say last episode, I believe the way forward for him would be to find his own path. And currently he's following Kiritsugu's path, or what he believes is Kiritsugu's path. And if he's willing to change his dream, change the way he goes at it, maybe it'll help. Again, in time travel movies and TV shows, they usually say you can't avoid the future, right? No amount of changing the past is going to change the future. If it's supposed to happen, it will happen. And sometimes, kind of like in That's So Raven, knowing about the future makes it happen.
Provokes it, yeah.
So I don't know about that. I still don't know also with the fight with Archer. I don't know if it's going to be a fight of ideals, if it's going to be an actual fight. I don't know if he can win this. Hopefully it works though. Hopefully his new ideal or his vision of the future
it's a kind of
wins.
it's kind of a bit of ironic though, because in some fictions,
Ironic. Okay.
sorry, but in some fictions you cannot change your own future, and in others you cannot change what already happened. You know.
But it didn't happen.
You're kind of stuck.
Archer is out of time. Archer is in the future. We're currently in the present. That means that future hasn't happened yet. But since he's out of time, I think Archer is always going to exist. Even if Shirou changes things and never becomes a guardian, I'm thinking Archer is always going to exist. So I think he's doomed. Like, that's why I try to see them as completely, like, I constantly compare them to, and like when I'm saying like, oh, when you insult Shirou, you're insulting yourself, and basically you're spitting on yourself. Like, that's you hate. But I'm trying to separate them as characters.
Different entities?
Yes, because since we're in the present with Shirou, everything that's happening currently, meeting Archer and stuff, that's changing the future.
True.
So we're creating new paths, but Archer is always going to exist outside those paths. That's kind of what Saber said. So I think Archer is doomed. Huh?
It kind of sucks, right?
Yes. Unless we can, make him realize that there's some good in being a guardian, but he said himself that being a guardian basically means serving the strong and killing the weak and just...
Unless... if we win the Grail, I don't recall what happened at the end of it. Sorry.
Oh, what if we free him?
If we free him, just like Ginny, you're free or something like that.
That would be so
because,
good.
like Saber said, he exists out of time as a guardian. So no matter what happened to Shirou, he's still gonna be there.
Hopefully we can do that. But is the Grail still corrupted? Because if it is,
maybe that's why we need a new body and a new heart. No corruption. Maybe that's why.
Is that how it works? I don't know.
I hope not.
And like, what does it
needs to stay alive.
But then again, like, we're supposed to, like, the Grail cannot do anything that you don't know. Like, basically, the Grail is gonna follow your way of thinking. So if they don't know how to free Archer, how can you wish for his freedom?
Well, you know what he did. He wished to become a hero of justice. So you know what's gonna happen to him.
Stop him from wishing it. I don't know if it will work, but maybe. This is a way we could save him. Okay, we'll keep that in mind. But, so that's one thing, like him admitting that basically killing Shirou would mean potentially saving Archer from this fate. And the other thing is that, by trying to become a hero of justice, he ended up being a murderer, technically. Like, he became an assassin. Like, he's killing so many people. The way he explained it, he killed and he killed and he killed, thinking that by killing those few, he would save the many. But since they constantly called him, he just kept killing. And he wanted to save everyone. So he became the thing he hated the most by trying to be that. But then again, there's no way to be a hero of justice without doing this. Because you're trying to save the many.
And a way Canada is humanity, like you said.
And so, basically becoming a guardian he thought was the best way to save humanity. But humanity doesn't want to be saved, so he ended up being a weapon. He turned into a weapon, and those people that have power, those that don't need saving, they used him to win wars and just get what they wanted. They basically used his power, and he ended up killing those that needed him the most.
It's fucking tragic.
His ideal led him to a faith where his ideal was deconstructed, completely burned down, and he's what's left.
What about
Huh.
Saber? The fact that she wished for
finally
the Grail
admitted,
to
yeah.
never become King Arthur to begin with.
We knew from Zero that she wanted to. I don't know if it's maybe what they tried to do in Zero with Alexander the Great, trying to tell her that she was a bad king, or she was like that she failed and stuff. Like he did. I don't remember the exact words, but I think he called her out. He said that she wasn't good or whatever when they had their
Yeah.
discussion.
Yeah.
Is that what they were trying to do? Like have her come to the conclusion that she should have never become king?
But I mean, she wanted to save her people by becoming a martyr. She wasn't a leader. I don't think, was she a leader to her people?
If I remember correctly, the whole thing in Zero was that back then she led armies and she tried to save Britain, but by trying to save so many people, yes, she became a martyr. She tried to protect those that wanted to come and fight with her, and still so many people died. Her ways didn't work. Maybe she went out there alone. Maybe she tried to do things on her own and save those soldiers or those knights that were following her. It led to the destruction. It led to their failure, right? It led to their death.
Yeah.
So the way she saw things, she only wanted to do good. She only wanted to do good by those people following her. But for most of them, it led to death, and for the others, it led to shame of not having done their job and stuff. So basically, no one came out happy
But
from
I mean,
this.
I understand the wish to not become King Arthur in the first place, because by picking up that sword, she became a weapon from England.
She accepted that burden.
Just like Shirou became a weapon for humanity. She became a weapon, so people wanted to.
So
she
in a way,
created an enemy. She created a target for her enemies, so that created wars
Yeah.
and envy and greed and stuff. You know.
that's why I'm bringing back what they said in Zero. I'm thinking maybe the words of Alexander the Great might have convinced her that the best way to save Britain is to just take herself away from the equation. Like at this point, Shiro / Archer, he's focused on himself, right? Like he's like, the world doesn't want to be saved. The world doesn't doesn't deserve anything from me anymore. He wants to save himself from this faith by stopping himself before he becomes a guardian. So in that way, yes, they are similar. Saber apparently wants to stop herself from becoming King Arthur. So she wants to take herself out of the equation. But the reason why they're doing it is different. Because, like, Saber is still doing it out of a sense of honor, out of a need to save her people, right? But Archer, I think he's just... But then again, in the episode, he did say, and I mean, no matter what he said after, because Saber called him out on it and it was saying, like, is it a way for you to get rid of your sins, right? And he's saying, like, nope, I think I atoned for my sins when I died. But you kind of said, dude, that, stopping Shiro now would, in a way, save the people that you kill in the future. I'm just saying, it sounded a bit like you were thinking of others instead of yourself.
Like you're trying to atone for your sins.
Well, he knows, like, I mean, there's no happy future for him. So, yes, it's about himself. But it also, if you think about it, it can also sound like he hasn't changed that much, right? He's still trying to look out for those other people. So maybe we just need to make him realize that. I don't know. But,
Dude, you're still the same.
But Saber is thinking of her people. She's thinking that her way of doing things wasn't the right way. So she's trying to take herself out of it so that things can perhaps be different. But I don't know. Like sometimes you'll say like, if you're, focus, if you're a control freak, like if you're thinking of the situation and you're like, if I'm not there, things are going to go bad. Like if you're there, at least you can do something about it. That's one way to look at this. But then if you were there and it went to shit, you might be thinking, shit, if I had not been there, it would have been
if
like...
I had done something differently.
Yeah, but Saber is saying if I had not been there, it would have been better. But like maybe it would have been worse. Maybe it would have been worse.
Who knows? If there wasn't King Arthur with the Excalibur, people might... I mean, if you have that powerful holy sword in your grasp, people from other countries will try to take it for themselves, will try to defend against that possible enemy.
How can they take it? It's
but she took it.
Yeah, I know.
She took it and she took it.
No, but she's saying if she didn't take it,
Yeah.
maybe things would have been better. But I'm saying if you don't take it, maybe things will be worse. So it's a big battle of ifs, but at the end of the day, it comes down to having no regrets, right? Live your life without regrets. Do what makes you happy, and if it's helping people, help people. Live without regrets. Shirou is choosing currently to live without regrets. He's like, I'm gonna do my best, and fuck that. Like if I fail, I fail. But he doesn't want to have any regrets, which I'm hoping it works for him, because also Archer is saying like, nope, that's how it started. This is exactly what led me to being me.
History is gonna repeat itself, man.
But maybe not. We'll see. In any case, we're gonna stop this here because I want to see this fight. I want to see what happens. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to see the next episode right away, it is on Patreon already. You can check it out. The link is in the description below.
If you don't wanna, the next one will be on it too pretty soon. So
Yes.
see you then, guys.
Bye.
Bye bye.